Yo, what up? It's your boy Mike Savage.
Fly Muchacho, man, and this is Behind
The Heat.
KC on the beat.
So who do we got today, Comp?
This is episode 2.
Episode 4, live in effect.
214.
214, and we got the one and only Mr. Trill G himself.
Real 4, baby. Trill G. You already know what's going on.
Hey,
For episode 4, you already know what happened.
hey, what a
now.
coincidence.
Come out.
Tell us about Trill G. First, let's just start off with the name Trill G. Like, where did that come from? How did it come? Was that your first rap name?
Nah, I mean, yeah, it was my first rap name, but nah, like, my big homie really gave it to me. Like, it was before I even started rapping. Like, you know what I'm saying? My name Will. So, like, it was first Trill Will, all that. And then, you know, I started rapping. I found out there was some dude named Trill Will, but he had a song with Lil Baby, so I wasn't, like, gonna step on his heat. So I started calling myself Trill G and all that. And just because my middle initial G and then double entendre, real G, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Trill G.
That is a double entendre.
I like that name, Trill G. Surprised, really, I ain't heard that shit before, Trill G.
I was gonna say the tails. I'm kind of shocked because you hear little G, big G, baby G,
OG, Young G.
original G,
But
not Trill
G
until now.
Yeah, so I just switched from Will G to Trill G. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, just went with it ever since. Been rocking with it too.
Logo's fire, like even the merch and stuff, and that's what a lot of people need to get on too. Is merch. I need to get y'all's merch up, man. That's how artists. To me, it's all about branding. You know what I'm
the
saying?
more they see it, the more they recognize it, the more they know what it is. So
The dope thing about Trill G though is I feel like it could be anybody. Like your
I'm
little
a
cousin
Trill
could
G.
be a Trill G.
I'm a Trill G.
You know what I'm
all
saying? So on the
yeah.
merch, it's kind of like
That's where I was
like,
going
yo, you
with
support
it.
Trill
Yeah.
G. They're like, nah, I've never heard of him. I'm a Trill G.
Yeah. I told all my homies, I said, you get a Trill G shirt because you're a Trill G. You know what I'm saying? So,
makes sense. So, man, we like the song "Kid from Dallas." I like everything you're doing with it, the content and stuff. Like, how? First of all, how long you been rapping? How long you been actually in the music?
Shoot, I mean, you know, every kid starts off like in the freestyles in the back of the bus, like, or on the lunch table, or you know what I'm saying, just in the classroom. But like, I was always a kid in the back, just like, you know what I'm saying, just like I'll hop in every now and then, but not really run that thing. Until I got older, I was just in it, surrounded by it so much. I started rapping when I was about 19, and then I started taking it seriously around 20, 21, and like 4 or 5 years. But like, I really be saying like 6, 7, cause like, you know, I started off like,
You said 6'7"?
Yeah,
Oh, we
nah,
doing
nah,
the
I ain't-
6'7". Okay. Shout
I'm
out to the
too
people
old
know what
for
I'm
that.
talking about. You probably don't know what I'm talking about.
but yeah. So I really say around like 6 or 7 years, because like I really started off when I was in the freestyles in my room, setting up my phone, just like, you know what I'm saying, practicing right there until I got my own mic and recorded it. Cause I started with a USB mic, and then I got an interface with a Scarlett.
You
Gen
went step
2.
by step, level by level.
And then like when I moved back to Dallas, that's when I really started working with engineers and producers and all that, and was like wanted to better my craft.
So when you made that first song, like you said, you started taking serious about 21. Who's the first person you showed that music to?
I ain't gonna lie, it was my big homie. Like, yeah, it
Yeah.
was my big homie and my homeboy Say So. Like, yeah, we had lived together actually at the time and all that. Cause
It was rocking with it off
Yeah.
Jump or what?
so I ain't gonna lie to you, like, big homie, he was like, it's smooth. I can see where they're going with it. They kept it real with me.
Hey,
though.
that's
Yeah,
They were like,
that's
yeah,
what you
yeah.
need,
for
though.
sure.
Yeah, so like that's why I started off on SoundCloud, of course. You know what I'm saying? Started progressing. Then I had this other homie, you know what I'm saying, from LaGrange, Georgia. Man, he a real 4 baby. That's where I got the 4 baby from, and all that. But yeah, he started. I ain't gonna lie. He told me I was straight booty cheeks when I first started. He told me I was straight booty cheeks, and he's one of those people that is genuinely just rapping. Like, he just has that natural talent to it, and so it just ends up coming naturally to him. So he ended up helping me perfect my craft because he ended up like once you get past the nervousness behind the mic and all that, you start rapping better, and once you have the confidence behind yourself, and it's like when you stop trying to like do what other people want you to do and
just
start
do
doing
yourself.
start doing yourself. And
facts.
Shout out to Big Homie, man, keeping it real. And not only that, but he could have not helped you out and not tried to, you know what I mean? So shout out to Homie. That's a real one for real.
Yeah, him and YG, they would always keep it real. And he got a twin too, King. That all of them keep it real with me every time.
So for the people who don't know and probably watching this, you gotta explain 4Baby.
So it comes from Mount 4 in Georgia and all that. You know what I'm saying? And so I really just earned my stripes with the 4Babies. I became a 4Baby.
Okay.
So you were
that's the block.
you were over there, like you were over there or over here?
I was in Alabama at the time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But they was in Alabama too, and so like that's where we met. And so like I don't want to go into too much detail about what I was doing, of course, but you know, I just earned my stripes with them, and I just started rocking with them. They 4Babies, we 4Babies, we all 4Babies. You know what I'm saying? For life, you know what I'm saying? Trill G. That's how it just started going like that. Like for me, that's how I earned.
But out of 4Babies, you the only one to rap?
Nah.
It's
It really was like all of us at the jump. Like I ain't gonna lie, like
it was like a label kind of.
Yeah, like
well, I mean, it was a neighborhood, but then you try to make it a label, you know, like, like everyone does. You know what I'm saying? Old block, everybody does.
Everybody does.
You know, ends up being. But okay, so that y'all making music, y'all doing y'all's thing. Did you inspire that, or they inspire you?
So how it went was like when we was in Alabama, what we call it the castle. You know what I'm saying? That's where we stayed, and like we all ended up staying in the same crib. You know what I'm saying? Had a basement, which was the dungeon. You know. And
sounds like a hell of a time, man.
And so,
it makes it sound cool.
I need to get a dungeon.
And so we started off, man. I made a little studio in the dungeon, and it was like with the USB mic I first told y'all about. And you know what I'm saying? Like we were hopping on shit with my little HP laptop. You know what I'm saying? Using FL Studios.
Hey, you gotta
like,
get
and
what
I
you
was like
can.
mixing and mastering everything, and like doing all that myself. And then we upgraded to the Scarlet, and then moved it up to my room. Just got what's it called? Those moving blankets and all that. Hung them up on the walls. Kept doing it like that, and then we all just we ended up going our separate paths. Like we all still talking all that. We, you know what I'm saying, we all still cool, but like they moved back to Georgia. Me and my big homie, he moved back to Fort Worth. Yeah, I moved back to Dallas. All that, but like who keep doing it now is me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only one that's still actively doing it and pushing the music. I'm the only one that's went this far in the group, but not to give the flowers out to my homies because like they've really inspired me. And
I respect
they're part of your journey.
Some of them got more natural talent than me. I be telling them hop on the mic, but you know what I'm saying, they don't. And even my homies from Dallas, you know what I'm saying, before I moved out and when I moved back, you know what I'm saying, they rap and all that too. And it's like I tell them, like some of them are doing their thing, but it's like, man, you got, like, even I'm not doing enough. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Even I feel like I need to do more. I need to do more every day. You know what I'm saying?
It's a good mentality to have.
Yeah, and it was like, I'm not going to speak about why I broke up with my girl, but, like, part of it had to do with, like, I felt like I wasn't doing enough, and I was holding myself back. You know what I'm saying? And it was a certain part of me that felt like every day, like, you know what I'm saying, I gotta keep working, keep grinding and everything. And that's why I used to tell them, be like, bro, you can't chill
get complacent.
Yeah, it can't. Because that's how you end up losing the traction that you gain from whatever you had that pop off, man.
Once you get that motion, you got to get that ball rolling, that wheel turning. Because once you slow down, you got to find a way to pick up that momentum again. It ain't as easy. It ain't always as easy.
And what people don't realize, I think, or what they fail to acknowledge is just mainly that when your popularity gets more and more and people start recognizing you, that means you got to work harder.
Yes, sir.
That's like, it's not where you get comfortable and just accept it. Like, I did it. It's like, no, now that you got people's attention, you got to give them a show.
Exactly.
And you got to be consistent because nowadays, man, that's what's going to, being consistent is really going to carry your longevity through your career.
Yeah, I know. With, you know, like you said, longevity, you know, consistency, because once you drop something, you start slowing down, man. We live in the day and age where everybody got access to internet, YouTube, dope beats, home recording studios. So,
Yeah.
you're competing with everybody now.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you used to compete with whoever had enough money to go to the studio and buy the beats. Now you were competing. There's people, CBTJ, recording on your phone and so it's definitely the difference is going to be the consistency part because there's a lot of talent out there. But the more you keep dropping and the more you keep dropping, when you get motion, it's a snowball effect. I feel like, man, a perfect example is like OT Mexican, man. I remember seeing. I don't know if you remember seeing his kind of blow up through. What's his name?
Yeah.
Big Tex from Houston in the
Yeah.
Straight Out of Texas.
Straight Out of Texas.
Those shows. So like, the thing about him, he kept dropping. You kept seeing him. You kept seeing him. Kept seeing him. Kept seeing him. Kept dropping. And now, he's as big as he is. So
Yeah.
definitely a good mentality to have. Got to keep that motion going, consistency.
And just don't let nobody interfere with that, because like I know how it can get, like when you just see nothing but like people trying to dog you on one platform, and then you know what I'm saying, you don't have the support from your homies or whatnot, but you gotta keep powering through that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Sure.
even if you ain't got the support from your own girl, you know what I'm saying, you had to keep powering through that.
Definitely.
Yeah, because a lot of times you're gonna see stuff that they can't understand. If you can't explain it to them, and it's like we just don't get it.
They'll never get it.
They don't see the picture. They don't see the picture.
Exactly, and it's like and that's why there's strength in numbers. When you have people that share a common goal, they normally go farther. And I'm not saying it's impossible to do it by yourself. It is harder. But the rap that you've been taking, Kid from Dallas, like that was your idea, or it was inspired by something?
No, that was straight my idea. I just was on I had already the lyrics written down to a
That's
different.
relatable too.
Yeah, I had the lyrics, I had the lyrics written down to a different beat, and I kind of just like threw it away. Like I didn't really care. Like I knew it was kind of like the lyrics itself were right. I was like, all right, I gotta use this eventually. And so like one day, like the homies came over and we're just throwing on beats and all that, and I came across one beat and I threw it on there, and I was like, I pressed play on my laptop and I was like, started rapping it. My homie was like, all right. He's like, nah, you gotta do that. He's like, that beat with that. Yeah, he's like, you gotta mix those two together. Like, once those get put together, he's like, you're gonna be straight. And then it's like my big homie loves that song. Like he been telling me for weeks. He's like, man, Kid from Dallas, when is it dropping?
Yeah.
And I was really waiting on the Rap Economics. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, once that drops, I said we're gonna drop it, because that's how I did it for real.
Yeah, but you're planning a rollout, and I think more people need to do that, where you have a strategical plan, where this is how I'm gonna do it to debut it to the world, and then after that, I'm gonna hit this, and then hit this, and then hit this.
Yeah,
it's a great format. Really. Oh
Excuse
man,
me.
I'm be
Excuse
over
me.
here spreading heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree, man. Like, I like the vibe of the song. It's different, man. And these days, that's me personally. One thing I look for is something that's different.
yeah.
A lot of people try to mimic other people, and it's cool. It sounds cool, but it's like we already got a Drake. We already got a
Yeah, it's like if I wanted to hear that type of music, I would listen to the person who makes that type of music.
Yeah.
For real. So, I like he said, the whole thing with the single, man, I see you've been Kid from Dallas. And like you said, that's one thing that a lot of artists don't do is you put out the song and you're like, and I'll be the first one to say that's one of my biggest issues in my career is like, I put something out and then I'm on to the next thing. You know what I mean? You got to push that until you can't push that no more. Everybody knows Kid from Dallas.
Because all the music he ain't put out's old to him, but it's new to us.
Nah, I trust me. Like in my past, I was doing the same thing. Like I got a catalog on my Apple Music and my Spotify, but there's only so many that I can say that I truly pushed. And I really because it took me a long time to realize that myself, and I was like, man, why ain't people rocking with it? It's like, bro, you're not putting it in front of their faces enough. Once you put it in front of their faces, you're gonna see if they rock with it or not. If they don't, oh well, shit, on to the next. But they do, you know what I'm saying? Bet, stay around for some more. You know what I'm saying? Just because that's my whole thing. I love to be different. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to be. I never really was
trying to ride the current wave.
Yeah, even though I lived that life, you know what I'm saying? But like I never wanted to be like, oh, some like straight street thug rapper, you know what I'm saying? Especially not no drill. I don't ever condone like, you know what I'm saying? Cause all me and my homies, we're money getters. Like we don't ever like go out there like in one of my songs I think I'm making it, I said, tell you my little story about getting money, not in the beast. But I'm big boss from the north. I stood the toes and earned my G. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was always like, you know what I'm saying? We'd hold our ground. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't take shit from nobody, but we wasn't getting in no beast. We straight money getters. And it's like.
So if the people ain't heard your music and they watching this interview, how would you describe the type of music you make?
Shoot. I ain't gonna lie, that's a good question because to me, like whenever anybody asks that, I just say I make music. I'm a musician at the end of the day.
Like, you're an artist.
Yeah, I just make what's to my soul. But at the end of the day, like I make hip hop inspired music. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like to call it hip hop inspired music because at the end of the day, like I like to branch off and do melodies.
Yeah, because you rap, but it's melodic.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's why I was kind of like, I don't know how to describe it.
It's like, man, it's almost like, I hate to use the word pop because that there's a negative
because then you think
connotation
a
with that. But like to me, it's more pop where it maybe can reach a little bit more, expand more because you're not just talking about like hood stuff and you know you're a kid from Dallas. That don't mean you white, black, green, hood, rich, nothing. You know what I mean? Kid from Dallas. So you know, for me personally, like hearing your music, I feel like it's more of that more commercial popish rap, but in a good way, not that corny pop rap. So.
Yeah, for sure. Because like that's one thing like that my homies used to always tell me. They're like, the thing is like you gotta realize you're not making music for you or your city or your state. You're making music for the world, and like when you put it out on the internet, you want it to reach the world. So you guys still, at some points, like
have a universal message.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's like instead of saying I'm a kid from Dallas popping, you know what I'm saying? I said a kid from Dallas popping out like a dirty kid. Yeah, he about to blow. So to like to put it in a different sense, so to be like when the listener listens to it, they can imagine themselves. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, and it's like that's what I like to do in my music because like I like to story tell and I like to talk about like things I've done in the past. You know what I'm saying? Of course, but like I like to also like. I love hidden messages and just like making people really listen to what I'm saying and then like catch the vibe and really feel it. Cause like that's how I listen to music. I love to actually listen to it and get the whole meaning behind the song. Cause some people just listen to the beat. Some people just like
listen to the hook.
Yeah.
It's like the melody, but not really pay attention to the lyrics.
But you sound really involved in your music. Like you were talking about engineering and studio. You record yourself?
No, so I don't record myself anymore. I haven't recorded myself in years. But
do you make the beats? You produce?
Nah, not no more. But I used to.
So you've dabbled in it, but now you're out there like I'm just.
Yeah,
so what's the recipe for Trill G? Do you go to the studio? You got to listen to beats and then hop in, or do you have an idea and then look for the beat? Like how do you work?
I really I get beats from different producers. You know, I've worked with Bud Beats, you know, Yellow Beezy producer and engineer and all that. I've worked with other producers,
so
my homies.
That drive you.
Yeah, and so like I listen to like well, first I get into the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Listen to some music. You know what I'm saying? Get into that vibe. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. Drink some, smoke some. You know, and then really sit down to listen to a beat and then really feel that beat. Cause that's how I like to like start off. I like to feel the beat and then go from there.
That's why your music's so different on different songs.
Yeah, exactly.
You're really just bringing that emotion out of that beat. If it's an instrumental sad type, you spit some real shit.
Yeah.
If it's a club melodic street shit, you could go that way. Like, I guess that is an artist. That's a good way to describe.
That is you know
what you do.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, straight up, you know. Of course, I'm still recording myself and a luxury I have, but at the same time, that can be tedious, man. Doing all the work, like just it can be overwhelming. So like the fact that you were kind of doing it and you like, you know what? Let me just hone in on your craft. I think that's a good thing. That's not for everybody, and some,
Yeah.
some you need to do all the extra stuff. But if you can do that, where you can say, all right, I got this producer got me. Let me just go drop my stuff. He gonna get it right.
To me, I think it's better that way because when you do it all, to me, it's kind of a crutch because you get accustomed to the way you do it, and you think everyone else is doing it, and it's like, nah, bro, that sounds good like that.
Yeah.
Focus on writing the song and delivering it. Let him focus on mastering it. Sometimes you wear too many hats.
Yep.
Like I've been working with.
Take off a few of my nails.
Yeah, but I say sometimes that could be a crutch. But at the same time, if you know how you want it to sound,
then
you are gonna bring it out the best way.
Sure.
Yeah,
it's hard to describe to someone else.
Yeah, like I've been working with Lil Norby here recently, and like
he's a hell of a producer, engineer, straight up.
Yeah, straight up, and so is Bud too. But me and Lil Norby, we've been on a whole new sound and vibe, and like what we got coming, I feel really good about. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
And it's just like it's the same thing, just feeling the beat and immersing into it, and then going from there. Yeah.
You dropped a few names. Is there any big features we would need to? You want to debut to everybody that's on the album?
He's still pushing a kid from Dallas. Hold on, slow down.
I mean, I have a album. Well, I like to call it a mixtape because I'm not signing nobody, but hopefully, come. But I mean, anyways, but.
Never know.
On a mixtape I had a Trill Life Story. You know what I'm saying? I had the first song on it, Long Ass Days, actually did like 14,000 on YouTube, and it was pushing really well. So like that was probably my best song on there. But I also had like Trill.
I remember Trill.
Wow, he can sing.
Yeah, he did a really beautiful verse on my song 1, 2, 3, 4. And all that, and that was more on the melodic tip. And then I also have TSF Young Schmoody from Texarkana and all that.
Like TSF.
Yeah, he's smooth too. He a dope guy, man. I rock with him too, man. He was the one that was like, man, like as soon as like I hit him up, he like, all right, about the business, and like he really like helped me out. You know what I'm saying? He called me up as soon as he had it done. He like, you rocking with it? I'm like, yeah, I'm rocking with it. Whoop de whoop. All that.
That means a lot because that means they cherish their craft enough to make sure you get what you paid for, you get what you want, or you getting what whatever you're working with.
Yeah.
But if there was a dream feature you could put on Kid from Dallas remix, who you thinking?
Man, on the Kid from Dallas remix.
Money ain't an issue. If you were signed, they were like, who you want on it?
See, I ain't gonna lie, free my boy Melly. He's on, like, I'd want Mac Miller, of course, but I don't think that would be a song Mac Miller would want to, and R.I.P. Mac, because he's my favorite artist of all time.
He's dope.
Yeah.
But,
Mac Miller is dope.
Yeah, he really inspired me to go into music and all that,
dope.
because I could see, like, I was like a white boy. I connected with him.
Hey, that's dope, man. That's what we all kind of look up. Somebody that kind of resembles us.
Exactly.
For me, it had to be SPM, straight up. Like, SPM was, SPM and Baby Bash. Obviously, we don't have any type of, like, same type of flow, but just seeing them, I remember
I didn't even know that.
The Latin Fest, Latin Fest, and
I remember that.
Those are what kind of inspired me. SPM playing skills, cool, they were cool too, but like just SPM and Baby Bash and their whole clique was really what kind of like, dang, Mexicans can rap and we can what? Okay, maybe I might be able to do something. You know what I mean? I wasn't really thinking about that at that time, but once I started getting like taking music serious, I was like, man, look at SPM, look at Baby Bash, they doing it big. Baby Bash had that song with Frankie J. Was it So Fly?
Yeah,
Sugar. So, I was like, damn, maybe Latinos we can do. SPM had the Mary Jane, or what was it on the?
Yeah, a lot.
The pop. What's that big pop song he had that was on the? I can't remember.
You've been hearing a lot of Mexican artists say that SPM inspired them and all that, especially nowadays in the game.
Don't get me wrong. That whole child shit. Hey, I don't, condone what's going on or what he does. I'm just saying he
talking about the music.
Exactly.
Yeah, just talking about the music.
Clear that up right quick.
A lot of them people, like even R. Kelly, and it's like, well, damn.
Dude, R. Kelly has
I don't
some
know about his
music,
life,
man.
but he made I Believe I Can Fly.
Yeah,
come on. Like
that's why I used to tell my homies, I'm like, bro.
And Michael Jackson, I don't know what happened.
And at the end of the day,
about the song.
We really don't know everything, right?
We
we don't really know. We just from the outside, so we just talking about the music itself.
Exactly.
I fuck with all those artists.
Dirty.
Honestly, R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, and SPM. I don't fuck outside the music, but Yeah.
Do you think though? Because there's a what is it? I guess like a common rumor they would say that the very talented artists are always weird.
Well, I mean,
Like
that is true. I've heard the same thing. Prince.
yeah.
Prince is another example, right?
Yeah.
They said Prince was weird. I don't know. I feel
a
like
lot of them just weird.
I mean, who knows? When you get that fucking popular and you got like so much fame and money,
I mean,
you
I feel
probably just I
I
don't
feel like
know.
there's something always off because, like, I don't know, my
Kanye.
homies. Yeah, because my homies, even my homies, they
Justin
be like,
Bieber,
yeah.
God damn, poor Bieber.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. That took a little wild turn there.
Yeah.
But anyways, off the Hollywood.
Hey, you never
switch
know
it,
what be
Phil.
happening behind the scenes.
I had a
man.
beer before here.
We talking about some weird shit.
So, A Kid from Dallas is the single promoting an album, or it's just a single, then you could drop another single?
Nah, I'm just a single and I'm gonna drop another single. What I'm probably gonna do is I got one more song, you know what I'm saying, around this type of vibe that I'm doing, and then I'm gonna what with that song is that open verse that I got, and what I'm probably gonna do is an open verse challenge, and I'm probably gonna do like for the winner like $100 for the winner,
Oh,
you know what I'm
shit.
saying,
The
help
paid feature
promote
at that
it,
point.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. See how But what I want to do with the open verse though is really something different, which I don't really see a lot of artists doing. Is like I want to find an R&B singer. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? I don't want like a lot of open verses are for rappers and all that. I want R&B or soul. You know what I'm saying? It could be male or female. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of rocking with how a female would sound on a song. You know what I'm saying? So any females out there that got that voice, you know what I'm saying? Watch out.
And that's was to stay tuned.
Yeah,
Right.
stay tuned. So that'll be after A Kid from Dallas and all that. If everybody rocking with it, you know what I'm saying, we're probably gonna pop out with that soon.
It's dope.
Got to keep the momentum going, man. It's all about consistency. And once you figure out your plan, you know, if it didn't work with this song, try with this song, because you got to stay in their face, really.
Oh yeah.
You got to let them know the name, man.
On me. And then here soon, I got like it's gonna be a whole shock to I feel like the city. Like what me and Lil Nor be working on is gonna be something completely different. So that's why I really want to see. And if y'all rocking with me, we're gonna go ahead and push that out, and then you know what I'm saying, make something shake. You know what I'm
Hell
saying,
yeah.
and then they can really see like what artist I am. You know what I'm saying, that I'm not just one genre or not just, you know what I'm saying, a one type of person. You know what I'm saying, I can really do it
You're
all.
diverse. You
Yeah.
Switch it up. That's good. You know, I'm glad we got to sit down with you and kind of find out more about you and your story. And, you know, like I tell everybody else, bro, just keep pushing, man. And from what it sounds like, you got a plan. Stick to it. You know, where, like, real quick, like, where do you see yourself in like 2 or 3 years with this? Like, what are your? I know you ain't really like planning the album, but what's your like end goal? Where would you say like, man, I did my thing?
Man, when I'm able to, cause I used to say when I was able to take care of my Nana, but RIP Nana, but keeps me pushing. I want to make her proud, you know what I'm saying? And so it's really just to take care of my dad, my mom, my homies, you know what I'm saying? If I end this all off with just, you know what I'm saying, no name, but you know what I'm saying, I made some money here and there through the music industry, and then, you know what I'm saying, I was able to take care of my people off of one song, you know, it'll be what
It's
it
a win
is.
for you.
But yeah, it's a win for me. But you know what I'm saying, of course I want to keep pushing. I always want to inspire people, because like I had a single called Gold to My Mouth, and it really pushed men's mental health awareness, because I know a lot of people don't talk about it. I really want to eventually, you know what I'm saying, like open up a clinic for like men that, like, you know what I'm saying, men to talk to men, because I know that is very hard in the therapy world now, you know what I'm saying, because everybody goes through things, you know what I'm saying. I know it's a stigma and you know what I'm saying, in the streets to like, oh, talk to a therapist is crazy, you know what I'm saying, but it's like you gotta push past it, because in this day and age, you know what I'm saying, drive you crazy.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know?
Definitely. Well, I mean, it sounds dope that you kind of had some, you kind of thinking like that already, and you know, I wish you nothing but success. on your journey. I know, like I said, me and Compass last one, he was still riding the wave to the song. You know, keep pushing. Definitely keep submitting your music. You want to give any last minute shout outs to your peoples, anybody out there?
Man, shout out my big homie. Shout out Waco. Shout out DJ Precise. You know what I'm saying? He was like the first one to put me on the radio and all that. You know, through cause I know his son Javon and all that. So shout out that boy. But shout out my homies from the 4, you know what I'm saying? King, YG, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Khalifa, shout out Juan, all them homies, Drew, yeah, all of them, everybody, you know what I'm saying? My homies from Dallas and all of them. Homies from Louisiana, Bebo, Shema, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Especially shout out my Nana up in heaven, you know, doing my thing. And shout out my folks, you know what I'm saying, for putting me on this earth to be able to do what I do. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. And the fact that you come here Behind the Heat to tell your story, I think everybody out there has a story to tell. And Behind the Heat, this is where you come to tell it. This is a show that's really dedicated for people where you can reach out to them and say, this is why you should support someone like Trill G, like our previous guest, whether it's a business, whether you have anything you want to bring awareness to. Come here and tell your story and tell people, this is why I think you should support me, because I am you, and I'm trying to come up just like everybody else. Thanks for coming by, Trill G.
Appreciate
Thanks for the merch,
man.
too.
Yeah,
This shit
for sure.
fire.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now
for sure.
I am Trill G.
We all a Trill G.
Oh man.
Yeah, think about that, bro.
everybody.
That might be something to look into.
Trill way or no way, 4 way or no way. You already know.
So we appreciate y'all tuning in today's episode, man. Shout out to Trill G for stopping by. Real quick, if you're still here, you're a fucking real one. I'm just saying. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe. And as always, meet us here every Thursday for Behind the Heat. One more time, what we plugging up Friday?
This Friday, all right? Longhorn Ice House, Rose Sama, OC Chris, Baby Young, and So Mary Jane. A lot more. Costume contest, cash prizes, DFW, Halloween Bash, Eventbrite.com. Can't wait to see y'all there.